Hey, Neo Geo, how you doing? Let's see. How am I doing? Guess I'm doing all right. Like I had a bit of a rough start to the day. Hey, Josh, what's up? Oh, you're finishing up editing on the short film? Oh, sweet. That's ahead of schedule, isn't it? A bit. It's due tomorrow? Oh, wow. Yikes. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Like, I had a rough start to the day because, yeah, I just woke up weird. What the hell? Okay. Sorry, I had to check on something. I had ordered a Christmas present for the Countess, and I was wondering if it had arrived. It had been delivered because Amazon comes around here kind of late, and shit like that. And it's shipped, but it hasn't even gotten to the area yet. So, let's see, where is it exactly? Package left the facility. All right. Jesus, it's taking a while. Ah, man, it is. Man, yeah, I'm feeling like a little like, ooh, I don't know, like weird and vulnerable right now. Because I had like my fucking day just basically started with like having poo brain, stinking thinking. And I just couldn't do much today. It was one of those days where it's like you get out of bed, hooray, it's a little victory. Ooh, not great, but it is what it is. Um, I was like, man, if I get up and take a shower today, it'll be like that'll kind of be a wrap. Like that'll I'll be surprised if I'm able to like fucking get that going. And I did get my shower in, and then I went and to the shop to get something I needed. So technically I got two things done. Um, I did work on all the things I needed to work on. Excuse me. But yeah, I was also really tired all day. You know, still a little tired, but I'm here. I'm here doing what I can. You know, if you want to help out, feel free. Donation always accepted. I really need to get better about like fucking yeah, tired and broke. Need to pick a struggle. Yeah, no shit, right? Yeah, I am also tired and broke and tired of being broke. So if you want to help the stream continue, feel free to put in a donation. We will be very, very glad to receive it. You know, ugh, you know, because it's gonna be a very lean month and a very lean Christmas. You know, so I could use maybe it's the fog. It's been bad. No, there's no fog over here tonight. Yeah, at least not like near the ground, not near where I am. You know, it was actually a pretty nice day out. It's looking like Silent Hill over Sacramento way. Oh, geez. Yeah, over here it's actually pretty clear. Good Lord. Man, let's see. Look through my looking through my websites that I go through. Ooh, what is this? Come on, click. Oh man, my Christmas has been pretty gloomy so far. First ever Black Christmas. Uh, what's been going on with you, man? Like, are you just what's going on that's making your holiday season bad? If it's the first ever, you know. Yeah, if it's the first ever, like what's causing that? Got fired, seasonal depression, been sick a majority of the month. Ew. Oh, that's not a great combination. Yeah, I remember you telling me about losing your job. Um, but I mean, if you're working a job and having to put a film together, like that's a huge amount of stress. That's probably like some of the highest amounts of stress you'll ever experience. Like doing because you worked retail, right? If I remember correctly, you worked retail. Huh. So far, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm still waiting for an answer for the other one. All right. All right. You be right back, Flashman. Yeah. You worked as a waiter. Okay. Well, how'd you get fired? Like I thought you got yelled at. I thought you yelled at a customer. Was that somebody else? You know, like am I remembering somebody else got fired for like yelling at a customer? You went off on a customer, cussed them out. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like jobs are stressful. Making films is stressful. You know, that you went off on somebody probably not really that unusual under that much pressure, you know. I think we got to be a little more understanding of people who like a little more understanding of the struggle that everyone's going through, especially now that things are like kind of lean, you know. Now we already did that. Let's do this. Yeah, it gets rough out there, and I think we should be a little more understanding towards people, who lose their shit and crash out because like nobody crashes out without a reason.
Sound is ringing. They don't know what they're missing. Legs ain't got time to.
Yeah, I know that there are plenty of times where, like, if I had been making videos and working a full-time job, or hell, maybe even a part-time job, I would have lost my shit. No, because this is a huge amount of pressure. Especially food service during a Friday night rush. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. What? Yeah, what exactly happened? Like, 'cause I don't think you told us the full story. You don't have to, but like, if you're comfortable with it, like, I'm sure we'll be understanding. Right? Hey, Malzadon, how's it doing? Hey, Ryle, how you doing? I thought a group of kids were calling me autistic. Oh, right. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and that was like the final straw. You know. Nothing much. I got a fire start for the night. Oh, good for you. Basically, when I'm saying, hey, you don't fucking talk to people like that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. You know, because like, how much abuse are you supposed to take? You know, like that's a big question that never gets answered. Like, how much abuse is too much, right? Now, ideally, the answer is none, but that's not the way it works out. Some places will want you to take an immense amount of abuse. Some people won't. Some places won't expect you to put up with any of it. You know. Hey, spooky artist, how you doing? Oh, you got here early. Oh, jeez. Yeah, some people need to be told, firstly, fuck you. Second, suck my... Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good response, you know. Because sometimes the answer really is fuck people, right? Your mother was understandably pissed off at me. It was embarrassing. I ended up writing an apology letter to both the family and my boss. They made you write an apology letter, but still fired you? You're supposed to write an apology letter instead of getting fired.
Am I dreaming?
No.
Oh, fuck that place.
In bed? What am I doing?
You're making us look bad. Fuck you! You know, like,
Or better still,
fuck them.
swing doors, huh? Okay, doors. Swing.
make you apologize and then fire you anyway. Fuck that noise. You don't need that job. You don't need that place. Also wrote an apology letter to the boss. Yeah, fuck him or her. Fuck that.
Now I know I'm dreaming.
Yeah, our noise.
How do I get to sleep? I'll count those bars on the window. 1, 2, 3, sleep.
You have an autism-based joke in the pit? Yeah, maybe not the time. Oh my God. Well, there's something apparently they weren't talking about, and even though I didn't say, I think the guy's autistic. Talked about it. Just so?
Poetry.
No, we're past that. We're not talking about the letter.
Slumber and shroud me in thy purple cloak.
We're talking about the letter, making you write an apology letter to them and the boss,
I can't stand tea.
and then firing you anyway. Fuck that. Fuck that place. That's one of those, like, how much abuse you were supposed to be able to suck up. That's too much. I'm like, if you're gonna just fire a guy, then they're just out of there. And then the boss writes the apology letter. You have to apologize to me. You're fired.
Harry's Club.
No, that's the end of the relationship. That's the end of the fucking professional relationship. You know? Like, you fired me. Okay, we don't have a professional relationship anymore. Of course, like someone writing an apology letter is so grade school. Yeah, it is. It is. That's grade school bullshit. That is horse shit. At that point, you can get another job. You can get another job. Wait, okay. God. Well, they force you to write apology letters in grade school because you gotta be there. You know, they kind of got something over you. Once you get fired, 13 an hour, well, that's pretty good for waiting tables. But, like, fuck that. Like, no money is worth that amount of bullshit. Because if that's what they do to someone who they're firing, I can only imagine.
Magic people, voodoo people. The voodoo, hoodoo, what you don't dare do, people.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still on that. I'm still like, nah, that's bullshit. You know what? Why don't you sit back? Yeah, why don't you finish your finish your short film? It's more important anyway. That's way more important.
The voodoo, what you don't dare to people. The voodoo, what you don't dare to people.
Oh, do they? Oh, that's good. That's something I hadn't thought of. This is in Canada. Do they expect you to do that? It might be. It might be sampling that song. Yeah, I'm just using your time to finish my midterm shit. And get my skip. Yeah, do that. Take care of yourself. Oh, you were asking about the pay amount. Oh, okay. USA, Florida.
The voodoo, what you don't dare to people. The voodoo, what you don't dare to people.
Florida. They made you apologize in Florida. The mother thought I wasn't from around there because I had an accent. What? What kind of accent do you got? You're just Hispanic looking. I don't have an accent. Oh! 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 Fuck that! Fuck that! That's that racism! They wouldn't have done that to a white employee. Fuck that! That's some bull ass shit. This is some Guile theme. Yeah, now all the pieces are coming together. Is this thing really just going to give me a blank screen for the rest of the video? Okay, fine. Oh, nope. Got pictures now. You know, one thing I'll give that Mortal Kombat fucking movie over the Street Fighter movie is at least they played that fucking theme song. Oh, they calling ice on you as you speak? Yeah, motherfuckers. Yeah, because I was listening to that, and I'm like, why are they going so hard? You know, like, why are they going so hard on you, man? Oh. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Wait. Hold on. Oh, fuck you, Capcom.
I'm wiping dishes. How dare I do a menial but necessary task when I could be inflicting violence? While my wife, Rosie, bless her heart, is weeping tears over a stupid soap opera. Rosie says I'm now too old for crime fighting. Nuts! Doing housework because my age might inhibit my ability to apprehend criminals, and the woman that I love and married gets to enjoy a show that's only on at a certain time before home video recordings, DVRs, or even reruns exist? I'm an awaking nightmare! He goes out for a walk, Rosie reminding him about the other household
we're back.
tasks he had promised to do. And he decides to duck into some bushes and change into a superhero duds. To just walk around in them in the suburbs, I guess. But fortunately...
All right, hang on. Fuck this. I'm doing this.
Here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a villain number one, you have to chase a superhero on the run. Just follow my moves and sneak around. Be careful not to make a sound. Shh. No, don't touch that.
You're brainstorming story ideas that can work in a cyberpunk setting. Oh, what do you got so far? Yeah, well, he passed a few years ago. The guy who played Rotten Robbie.
Let's try something else. Now watch and learn. Here's the deal. You slip and slide on this banana peel. What are you doing?
Yeah, Lazy Town was a bit of a trip. I haven't watched a lot of it, but what I've seen is sort of like, my brain hurts. My former coworkers who helped me with the movie gifted me a bottle of Jaeger. Oh, hey, there you go. That sounds good. Man, I remember. So this is from the soundtrack to Blue Submarine 6, which is really great until the last 2 episodes. Once you get the last 2 episodes, kind of like, oh dear, this is starting to suck. So far, you have a character, at least a woman, who digitizes analog material. Ooh, so how does that become important? Yeah, the problem with Blue Sub 6 has this amazing soundtrack. It looks great. It's just that in the last 2 episodes, like, I don't know, they ran out of money or something. Or just the writing gave out. You know, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? What are you doing? Like, me and my gang, we liked, when it was coming out, like, we liked Blue Sub 6 so much that we actually, like, created an entire, we did an entire, like, RPG based around it. Yeah, an entire RPG that was inspired by it. Unfortunately, it also suffered kind of the same problem that the OVA did, which is kind of petered out at the end. Because the system that we were using, Big Eyes Small Mouth, is really good until you get to character advancement. Then it starts to fuck up, and fuck up big. Like, if you're in something, if your fucking game is expecting, like, campaign playing with character advancement, Beezum, I think it was 2nd edition, was a bad system. It was a bad system for that bit. Because the characters got way too powerful way too quickly. And it didn't have... Yeah, it was raw dog and hard, but then limped prior to the climax. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, that's Blue Sub 6.
And he wants to be a funketeer. Well, why don't you make your way to the stage? Toby, what's the password? Oh, I'm with the band. Oh, that's right. How you doing, buddy? How much you got? How much you gon' get? Funketeer, let's funk with this. How much you got? How much you gon' get? Funketeers, let's funk with this. How much you got? How much you gon' get?
Yeah, Bootsy. Yeah. I don't know if Beezum ever solved that problem. The problem of doing campaigns in it. Because when it first hits the table, it's great. But as it goes on, it gets repetitive. I remember when I ran an entire game in Big Eyes Small Mouth that was based off of my love for Final Fantasy and JRPGs. It's called Night Saga. It was going real well. Unfortunately, 2 of the people playing broke up. So that game kind of ended. But it was going real well. And one of the things that we realized needed to happen in that game is you needed to limit extra attacks. You need to limit them hard. So what we did was we separated the character classes out into first of all we created character classes, but they were very, very, very general. One was highest damage. One player got highest damage. Another player got highest defense. Another player got highest melee attack. And another player got highest extra attacks. And the idea was, because of the way the game is pieced out, we were able to do this. It was the idea of like, okay, that player, no other player character is allowed to have as many attacks as this player character. That's just not allowed to happen. You know, and the way they dealt with damage, they had this thing called massive damage. Yeah, it was limited damage and massive damage. And so basically it was very easy to say like, well, you can't have a massive damage like higher than this character. And that was given to the spellcaster. Yeah, the other thing that was given to the spellcaster was only the spellcaster gets area of effect abilities. Because that's how they are in fucking JRPGs, right? You know, you cast Faraga and it just blasts everything. You know, so we were kind of simulating. We were trying to simulate that. That went on really well. Yeah, the tank, the striker, the controller, and the leader. You know, yeah. We didn't have words for them. We were just like, here are the 5 things that you get. You know, if you're the mage, you do the most damage. If you are the knight, you can either have highest defense, highest attack, or highest multiple attacks. Yeah, the striker would have been highest attack. Tank would have been highest defense. And I like that game because the players got into a lot of real interesting moral gray areas. Not the characters themselves, but the situations that they were like involved in, because like the whole setting starts like the country, they were on the brink of war. And so their entire thing was like, oh shit, what do we do? You know, like, what do we do here? It was also based somewhat on Gundam. Because they did have mechs. But they weren't like giant mechs. They were like single person E-frame mechs. You know, because I had watched Escaflowne, but instead of having Escaflowne be giant, it was like they were like 12 feet tall rather than like 100 feet tall. Let's see. Possibilities of cycle through the idea that something in her assignment makes her a liability and she has to go on the run. Yeah. Like, you know, like finding the analog video of some piece of evidence that could bring a corporation or a government down. See, I've been playing this very bizarre educational game for DOS called The Cosmology of Kyoto. It's about ancient Japan, the layers of hell and Buddhism. Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Oh, man. Let's chill out a little bit with Lil Inkara.
He's soon met by some other heroes, who invite him to come along with them. Led by the hero known as the Fox, some of us fellows got together. We decided that, great though it is, the mighty Crusaders needs us. You remember Blackjack and Bob Phantom, don't you? Do I? Wow. Well, it's nice that somebody does. And yes, that character was seriously named
Back in
Bob
the early
Phantom.
2000s, I ran a
Like
fantasy
if
mecha
DC
setting
named
like
Bruce Wayne's
Escaflowne,
alter ego to be
and the older
Steve
one
Batman.
with the bug
Just
mecha. Oh,
why? They too arrive at the open field where the Crusaders
I was
hang
also
out.
thinking about
Does
an
everyone
old
just
plot
know
premise I
where
made
their
years
meeting
ago
place
that
is?
involved a
The fuck?
school horror movie club versus the Revenant schools that they've been hijacking their classmates in the town. That one could be really fun. That one could be really fun because you can have them like, almost methodically go about figuring out how to defeat these things. Like, okay, is it a revenant or a ghoul? Like, what's the difference between a revenant and a ghoul? Well, a revenant is a specific person that has that person's memories and drives. A ghoul is just kind of, just it just eats people, Or you could go with the Middle Eastern ghoul. Go to the origin, have it be like a demon that's possessed, like a ghoul is a demon possessed body, that shapeshifts. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I got a thing.
Bob Phantom, ultra heroes all, especially you, Fred Spector. Of course, they're here to try out for the team, which involves getting into a fight with them. The Fox is able to evade the shield, in turn punching Blackjack instead. However, this just results in the four heroes who came here battling one another. The Fox fails to punch old Bobo. You're disappearing! A typical Bob Phantom maneuver. Oh yeah, that is so Gary Apparition. Meanwhile, the three who had been sent off discover a heist of a company's payroll being done by a villain called the Dragon, leading us to part 2 of this tale. The Dragon flies around in his own little plane that can shoot fire at the three, but since 2 of them absorb fire, there isn't an issue. Firefly leaps over to the Dragon's plane to blind him at point-blank range, and we discover that the Dragon is just wearing a massive dragon mask, and that he's, in reality, the Hangman again. Dude just does not care for his own regular identity and wants to keep trying new branding. The Hangman manages to fly away, Fireball figuring that even if they couldn't catch the guy, they put on a good performance for the Crusaders. But once they return, we discover that they were too busy watching the brawl between the Fox, the Web, Blackjack, and Joe Revenant to see their own efforts. Before they can argue about that, though, robotic bombs start dropping on the heroes. The bombs proclaiming that the Hangman had the wizard summon them to destroy them all. The heroes destroy as many as they can, but there are too many. It's only thanks to the arrival of 2 magician heroes that they're saved. Zambini, the Miracle Man, and Kardak, the Mystic Magician. Like everyone else, they're here to join the team, but begin arguing over who is the strongest magic user. Gentlemen, this is a Crusaders meeting, remember? Let's preserve our dignity. I mean, you're embarrassing us all in front of Roy Eidolon over there. Kardak senses a great evil and projects an image of it for the group to see. Parade balloons that burst, revealing dozens of troops working for the Wizard and the Hangman. Before the Crusaders can go deal with them, they spot some more MLJ heroes doing it first. Steel Sterling, and then the ghostly hero, Mr. Justice. After rounding up the goons, they too declare that they want to join the Crusaders. Our heroes are a little overwhelmed by how many want to join their ranks, thinking they should take this slowly, but more are still coming. Another patriotic hero, Captain Flag, and Zambini decides to open up a time portal that allows him to temporarily grab the Shield's old sidekick, Dusty, and bring him to the present day. He does this because, shut up, The Shield is nervous about this, since Dusty was his father's sidekick, not his, and doesn't want to tell the kid the original Shield's fate. But let's proceed to the final part of Too Many Superheroes, where the Hangman is stealing some military secrets to sell to an enemy of America. Captain Flag came to bring the Shield in on this, having somehow learned about it. So he and his pet eagle, Yank, work with Shield and Dusty to kick his ass. Hangman does manage to escape again, but fortunately Yank was able to, well, yank the files away. So he left empty-handed. No idea why Captain Flag needed only the Shield for this, but whatever. They return to the Crusaders, Dusty saying that he can tell that he's not the original Shield and wants to know what happened to him, but Zambini just sends him back to his own time. The Hangman and Wizard spot all the heroes meeting via magic mirror and decide to attack them. And they're not the only villains. Another one, the Spider, goes to confront the Crusaders, but immediately turns around when he realizes how many of them there are. Smartest man in this series, honestly. His plane still crashes because funny, but hey, less pain than if he had tried to take them all on. The other two villains arrive and actually do a decent number on the heroes despite being outnumbered. Even another MLJ hero joins the fray, the Jaguar. And now this is such a major thing that's happening that the story moves into a part 4. After some more battling, the Wizard summons up some kind of giant claw that attracts the heroes to it like a magnet and starts sapping their power and strength. The only remaining option is Zambini and Kardak combining their powers together to once again summon some heroes from the past. Specifically, Roy the Mighty Boy, who was the Wizard's old sidekick, and the younger, heroic version of the Wizard himself. The Golden Age Wizard uses his abilities to strip the villains of their powers, freeing our heroes. The time-traveling heroes are sent back to their own time. I regret the harm my present-day self inflicted. Guess I'm just destined to be evil, not gonna try to defy fate or anything. Sucks to be me, I guess. However, despite all that, the other heroes once again just start arguing over who gets to actually join the damn team, brawling with each other until the Crusaders finally just tell them all to go away because there are too many of them. But they'll consider adding members in the future. Future? Phooey! Maybe we'll form our own new superhero teams now, with Blackjack and hookers! Yeah, sure, I'll join your superhero team. Oh, good to hear, Blackjack. Now we just need to find that fishing-themed superhero, Hookers. And so our comic ends with the Mighty Minstrel telling the audience that if they want to see more of these heroes in the future, maybe give them their own superhero teams, to write in and tell them. And I guess this whole thing wasn't a total wash, since the Wizard and the Hangman were captured, but I do wonder what was really accomplished by all this otherwise.
We hope you've enjoyed No Moral Theater, ladies and gentlemen.
These comics are weird and incredibly goofy, which admittedly, kind of par for the course when it comes to the Silver Age. This really was just meant to be a parody of superhero books, and it kind of missed the mark by being pretty indistinguishable from the thing they were satirizing. It combined the absolute silliest parts of DC while including some 60s Marvel-style melodrama into the latter two issues concerning their personal lives. Obviously, their civilian lives are not given a ton of focus, but the fact that in many cases they highlight how rough it is to try to maintain a life outside of superheroics seems to be less a matter of, haha, superheroes are silly, and more, wow, superheroing kind of sucks because it means you sacrifice your personal life. Just odd if this really was meant to be a big goof rather than a legit attempt at making a team book. Now, I've been pretty harsh on parts of this, but honestly, it's not too bad. But when compared with similar books from the same time, absolutely ludicrous situations were happening all the time. Aliens visiting and attacking Earth every week, and the solutions are equally as laugh-inducing, but for its time...
Then again, I would be the type of DM who would add retro rockets and ray guns to Spelljammer. You mean the way it should be played?
Flyman and Flygirl coming across as the most well-adjusted. Hey, Flygirl even manages to save the
Hey,
day.
man, I'll show you something. Let me show you something that, hold on, where is it? Where is... Where is the damn thing?
Unarmed villagers.
Well,
Oh, I can't find the, Oh, here we go.
Ever had the embarrassment of moon men gate crashing your cocktail party? Or an evening with your Venusian princess overrun with fetid swamp creatures? Well, Dr. Broadbort has the solution to your problem. With an initial release of 3 models, 1 or more of these will ensure that you can restore peace to any of your galactic estates. Choose from the Man Melter 3600ZX, ideal for atomizing moon soldiers or neighborhood dogs at your earliest convenience. Or how about the FMOM Industries Wave Disruptor Gun, a fickle piece and not designed for those of a weak or gentle disposition. But this little tiger will turn your foes to a slurry. Last but by no means least is the Goliathon 83, designed for the gentleman who takes his sports hunting very seriously. Its infrawave undulations will dissolve 7/9 of an African elephant in 10 Earth seconds. A handy implement to wield on all occasions.
Yes, the FMOM Industries Wave Disruptor Gun worked a treat, even in the stifling, humid rainforests of Vespergia. I managed to discover and acquire 47 new species, most of them charred beyond scientific recognition. A splendid invention.
Whether dressing for dinner or a hunting expedition on Mars, you can have exactly the right lethal accessory. To find out more or to order your own Dr. Broadbort's infallible ether oscillator, simply visit us at wetterenz.com/rayguns. Terms and conditions apply. Ammunition and power cells not included. No horses were injured in the making of this commercial.
See, I think Spelljammer should have had more of that shit. Like, just gone, like, just full on, like, nuts. No one listens to me, though.
Hey, everybody, I've opened up a new store on 4th
Whoop.
and decides to fly around the...
No one listens to me, though. No one goes, hey, that Jack, he really knows what he's doing. We should do what he says.
Less smiler. My God, because people only smile when they're dead. Wait. He finds a diamond dealer who's...
Oh, jeez. Whew. Now let's talk for a little bit. Oh, man. You have to excuse me, my, Yeah. They should have just gone whole hog with it, you know. You know, it really should have felt like D&D in space, you know, with that same kind of like tongue-in-cheek quality. Hey, Star Wars, what's up? Just talking about how Spelljammer should have been. Yeah, I heard the term Raygun Gothic, but what exactly makes it Gothic? And does that answer include hot aliens? It better include hot aliens. Like, they've called it Raygun Gothic, but it really it comes out of the steampunk tradition. It's the idea of, like, taking steampunk to space. You know, with, like, Flash Gordon, Rocketeer, like, ray guns and shit. Yeah, you cast plasma ball. Yeah, exactly. You know, and you haven't seen Spelljammer? It's okay. It's not that good. It should have been. But they keep fucking. We just. The closest we've got, I think, is. Yeah, there's never really been a good one. A good, like, Starship Gothic, Ray Gun Gothic, like, fucking game. There hasn't been a great one, you know. Hi, doggy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You okay? What you looking all hangdog for? What you give me them eyes for, the big puppy dog eyes? You want your puppy dog? Is your puppy dog sad? You look a little tired. Don't want to be upstairs? Oh, are they making noises upstairs you don't like? Oh, I think they're playing music he doesn't like or something. Let's see. What was your first movie late to the party? Oh, talking to Neo Geo. Yeah. It's like pulp sci-fi, but definitely in my opinion, it definitely needs like hot aliens, which was something that Spelljammer didn't deliver. Like the latest version of Spelljammer created space elves, but they're not that interesting. You know, they really should have pushed it. They should have been like blue or something, blue or green or something, you know. Yeah, Guru just took him outside. He's back already. Ah, puppy. To be fair, the greatest strength of D&D, even established settings like Spelljammer, is the ability to rework the hell out of it. Oh, yeah. But, like, the thing is it's the book is supposed to ease that. The book is supposed to make that easier. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's supposed to help build the bridge between the game and the audience. And one of the problems that Spelljammer had is that it always had was that it failed to deliver on the big experience. Like D&D, you know what the big experience is going in already. You know, what's the big experience of D&D? Going in, you know, below the misty mountains cold, you know, through dungeons deep and caverns old. Oh, geez, man, my voice is out of whack. You know, you're going in yon dungeon, fight yon dragon. That's the big experience. You know? Dun 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 da 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 da. You know, taking the hobbits to Isengard, all that shit. You know, should have been cool like that. Ooh, or maybe they should have been red. Space elves, maybe they should have been red and make them look like the Martians. You know? You know, that'd have been cool. Let's see, what's... Yeah. Blue with blonde hair and all that shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Captain Harlock and Interstellar 5555. You know, that was the big experience. You know, they needed... Spelljammer never really could define what its big experience was. And I really think that was what made it suffer. Because Ravenloft succeeded because you understood the big experience. You're going to go into a gothic castle and kill a vampire. You know, like, that's essentially what Ravenloft is. You know, you could do a lot of different things with it, but that at core, you know, at core, you gotta run into a castle and kill a vampire. You know, like that's a big experience. Dark Sun, bondage, sex in a desert. That's the big experience. Like, basically, adventuring in the bondage desert. You know, that's the big experience of Dark Sun. D&D Mad Max style. That's a big experience. You know, and Spelljammer really needed to, like, figure out what that big experience was, because there's D&D in space covers too much ground. And it's so weird that you have to kind of define the experience, the big experience, in a way that you wouldn't normally have to. Yeah, Dark Side is actually one of my favorite D&D settings of all time. You know, it's a really, 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 really cool setting. But you've got to keep it Dark Sun. Like, it's got to be gritty and nasty. Because if it isn't, it ain't Dark Sun. You know, it ain't Dark Sun if it ain't gritty. If it don't feel like Adventures in the Bondage Sex Desert, it ain't right. And people are like, well, there's all this stuff about the slave trade in that girl. Isn't that kind of offensive? Dude. Shut the fuck up. You know, shut the fuck up. What the hell is wrong with you? It's fantasy slavery, okay? Yeah, you want to go hard on the bondage, sex desert aspect of Dark Sun. You want to go hard on that. You know, even if you have to, like, kind of skirt the line and somehow make it PG-13, you still need that there. You know, otherwise that ain't the experience. If I was to make D&D out of the old Care Bears cartoon, what would you do? All right, first of all, you'd all be werebears. You'd either be awakened bears or werebears. But, like, Spelljammer really did need the, like, are you, you know, are you ready to have tea with your Venusian princess? You know, what about moonmen crashing your dinner party? You know, like the doctor, that video I showed for Dr. Gorbort's ether oscillator, like, that provides a big experience. You know, like, that's the idea. Is to provide a big experience. Is like, it's why the original Planescape worked so well. That's a big experience. You're going to be in a city full of portals where all of these strange creatures live, all these strange beings live. Some of whom are old gods, some of which are just weird as fuck. But where Planescape failed is they didn't let you play those weird things. They should have allowed you to play a Mercane, to play a Modron. You know, they absolutely should have fucking done that. And they didn't, which is really, really too bad. It is, however, where the Aasimar and the Tieflings came from. Which, that was something at least. But they should have just been like, no. In this setting, you play anything. If it is a creature and it has a culture, you play it. Like, that should have been, that's the promise it should have fucking fulfilled. You thought the cast of Planescape, are you talking about the video game or are you talking about the tabletop game? Because Planescape Torment delivered. The tabletop game didn't quite fulfill that same promise. Yeah, talk about the tabletop game. Yeah. Like, you couldn't play a Modron in the tabletop, which was too bad. It was like, no, man, just play what the fuck ever. Like, that's what all those supplements should have been. Like, hey, man, you want to play a Modron? Hey, man, want to play a Bladeling? Like. Just really take it all the way. As far as you can. That's definitely kind of my feeling on designing worlds, is to take them as far as you can. Because if you're not going as far as you can, then you're not out there in the weird. Like, the point of building the bridge to the weird is not because the weird is impossible to get to, but that the journey be worth it. That bridge to the weird I talk about, that journey's got to be worth it. Yeah, play a guitar. Yeah, play a Gazari with a psychic katana. Yeah, psychic katana. Yeah, which that was actually something you could do. But only in like later editions. They should have allowed you to play like Yankee and Gazari from the jump. Oh, well, they're evil races. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Good and evil's got to find a way to get along. Oh, but the Gazari have all these power. The player characters don't start out as powerful as those guys. They start out as scrubs. You start out as a scrub Githyanki. You are a scrub. Then you get to be super powerful. And I am specifically saying that instead of astral elves, Spelljammer should have just had space elves. But why would they call themselves space elves? They just do. Shut up. It's space elves. Can you play a Gith in Spelljammer? Well, you can play a Gith now in D&D 5th. In D&D 5th, you can now play a Githyanki, one of the Gith. They even allow you to play like the Psychic Warrior. You know, it's basically a fight. It's basically a subclass of fighter, which I think was is really the way to go. Jack, need an opinion of an idea for a movie I have. Oh, okay. Guy's investigating the death of multiple kids. It discovers all the dead kids use this AI. But the big twist is the AI is Demon Moloch. What do you need my opinion on? Sounds like you got your plot. Sounds like you got your story. You thought it was an innovation unique to BG3? It's the most recent version of the game. Well, unless you count the quote-unquote new one they put out, which we don't. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can play this. This is Abney Park.
My arms aching, back's breaking, legs aching, neck. And this whole ruddy ship is a huge creaking wreck. We've flown 10,000 miles with this thorn in our sides. Though the wind steady strong with no clouds in the skies. The ropes creaking, ships leaking, sails are on fire. And this whole bloody ship could go.
Like, one of the things that, I gotta say, here's one of the ways Spelljammer failed. First of all, I absolutely think they should have gone ray gun gothic with it. You know, ray guns, man. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, but if everyone's got guns, why didn't anyone use a sword? Shut the fuck up. They use swords. What does the game care? Game does not care. How powerful is a gun compared to the sword? Wrong answer. It's however fucking powerful you say it is because you're the game creator. You know, just like when you're the writer of a story, how do you kill a vampire? Any way you say that they can be killed because you're the writer. You have that power. You can do that. Oh, voice of Sheen from Sheen Estevez for Jimmy Neutron has passed. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, how fast do the ships go? As fast as the plot. Yeah. J. Michael Straczynski. You know, yeah, absolutely 100% every time. Like, Spelljammer needed really good ship combat rules. And it needed rules for, like, you having a ship. Right? Because you're going to be spending so much of your time in space. You need a space ship. And that spaceship has essentially got to be a character. That's something that Rogue Trader, the Rogue Trader RPG got 100% correctly. The ship has a personality. Even if it doesn't literally have a personality, it has a personality. That 100% fucking right. Sorry, I got opinions on like steampunk and like, you know, ray gun gothic and shit like that, especially when it comes to RPGs. I got opinions, man. You know, yeah, I should probably actually I'll stick around for a little while yet. You take care, Jay Tilton. Let's see. Really? Is that all? I could have sworn there was a playlist. Oh, here we go. Actually, hang on. Oh, you finally finished it and it was great? Cloudward Ho. I never watched that. Let me see. Yeah, to me, Ray Gun Gothic kind of sits between this and shit like this. Oh. All right, let's see if we back. Oh. We back. All right, let's see if okay, looks like we're back. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, that was like the route. My router just all of a sudden restarted for some weird reason. That was not intended. Coming through clear? Okay, great. God, that was annoying. All right, where were we? Oh, God, that was annoying. Oh, was I aware of the new fetus? Depends on how new we're talking. Oh. Oh no, I haven't listened to this. Oh, Reaper the Genetic Opera is way more cyberpunk. I would say cyberpunk. I mean, it's very goth too, but like, you know, industrial gothic, you know. Let's check out the new Fetus.
conspiracy inside a mushroom cloud. I'm not your property. I'm not a crown to wear so you can find it. You're gonna have to take me. You're gonna have to take me. When you need me, I am not for
Oh, that's pretty good. That was cool. Buffering again. God damn it. Ah. All right. Well, that was pretty sweet. I think it's about time for me to sign off. I had a great time hanging with all of you. I will see you again next time, which should be tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Until then, Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno. Remember, Satan and I love you all very much. So I'll see you later. Good night. I mean, just